So what are you thinking right now? We've talked about the 7 markers of a praying church, and in them the 4 dimensions that are so important, each a world of prayer, at-home daily prayer, pervasive atmosphere of prayer in the congregation, primarily a prayer meeting, intercessory prayer with a clear evangelism focus. Those are the 4 dimensions. And if you add to these regular teaching and training in the area of prayer, developing a group of prayer learners and leaders, and then a place where you can connect in the church, a prayer room, a prayer center, a prayer wall, a prayer counter, some place where people can sign in to the process. These are the 7 markers of a praying church. I know, far too complicated. You just want to pray. You didn't sign up for all of this. So let's make it really, really simple. The first 3 of the 7 markers: developing leaders led by a praying pastor, a church-wide prayer meeting, at-home daily prayer. These are the beginning points in the book, The Praying Church Made Simple. 3 simple things. You want to begin, however, with a church-wide prayer meeting. Why here and not with personal prayer and not with your prayer leaders? Here's why. Very few of your people take regular time for personal prayer and the spiritual nurture of either their own soul or their own family through family devotions. Very few, very small percentage. And that includes, sadly, pastors and spiritual leaders, according to the statistics. So you need a regular time to gather and pray, to learn to pray, to start a prayer fire, weekly if possible, not less than monthly. This is a church-wide, open to all prayer gathering. And then you want to see who shows up, who's interested, who's teachable, and identify a potential prayer leadership team. And you do that by identifying prayer learners. So you're meeting regularly, church-wide for prayer, and now you have a small group quietly huddling together once a month, learning about prayer. But you get nowhere unless you as a leader and those potential leaders are beginning to meet God every day. The prayer meeting, identifying learning leaders, meeting God daily yourself and that leadership team, and encouraging that across your congregation. These are the 3 markers, important markers, the components of the praying church made simple. And this is a great beginning point if you feel overwhelmed by all the material in the Praying Church Resource Guide. 3 simple things. At this point, you're not worried about identifying, mobilizing intercessors. You'll do some intercessory praying, but you're not worried about prayer evangelism as an organized effort either. You'll do some praying for the lost. What you want to do is establish a strong commitment to prayer as the means of growing in Christ, drawing near to God, moving to a truly Christ-centered, Spirit-led life. One more note. Don't worry about the numbers. If you get in your church prayer meeting 10, 15, 20%, that's enough to ultimately experience bubble up and change the culture of any organization. And it'll change the culture of your church. 20% of your Sunday morning crowd. Don't worry about the numbers. If you're drawing that 20%, doing so consistently, when that group gets it, when they get the value of prayer for the sheer pleasure of God's presence, healthy prayer, and they're developing a consistent daily life of prayer over an open Bible, they're beginning to hear from God and more. You'll feel this in the life of your congregation. Just 20%. And out of that 20%, you're looking for a handful, perhaps as few as 3 to 5 individuals who quietly begin to meet and talk about where could prayer ministry take us if we brought prayer to the heart of everything we did. These may not be your best prayers. It may involve young converts anxious to learn about prayer. You need teachable leaders. Now, we've covered a whole lot tonight. A healthy theology of prayer, communion with God, petition, intercession wrapped in thanksgiving, the 7 markers in them, the 4 dimensions, and these 3 starting points for a praying church made simple. If you'll stick with me, this will be a great journey. And each quarter we'll unwrap a little more to help you with your prayer process. God bless. See you next time.
Have you become a part of the Praying Church movement? For more information, visit www.projectpray.org/PLCE. Looking for more resources? Visit www.alivepublications.org. This video is produced by Alive Ministries Project Pray in connection to the Praying Church movement and the Prayer Leaders Continuing Education effort. If you would like to contact us, please address all mail to Alive Ministries Project Pray, P.O. Box 1245, Kannapolis, North Carolina 28082, or email us at info@projectpray.org, or call toll free at 855-842-5483.